we're cool with that. We take 2 party members into the fight, unconscious, and we resurrect them at a later date. Because if we don't, Ruby Weapon will just kick one of them out of the party. Just straight up delete one of my characters. And that's not cool. We don't like that. So we've thought about it a little bit, and you take 2 party members in unconscious. This is a thing I remember doing when I was a kid, taking 2 party members in unconscious. Now the other thing is, where do you get your damage from? You need some damage against Ruby Weapon, and he doesn't take much, if any. Captain WTF, hello. Cool dude, hello. I did beat the weapons as a kid, but as a kid, I was content to just do what a strategy guide told me to do. I'm a little more picky and curious now. What did the developers did they hide something? Is there some other way to go about this that we haven't maybe pieced together yet? It's looking like the answer is no. With Emerald Weapon, I ended up figuring out that you could use Dimmy, the gravity spells. You could use those. And I mean, that's 9,999 damage. That's a lot of damage. That's the most damage you can do. And I could do that 4 times using W item. Using W item. And Mimic. I could, gravity. And that's almost 40,000 damage. That's a lot. Then on top of that, we could have counterattack. We could use Omni Slash, the Wrapped, hello, Eschaton, hello. We could use counterattacks, and we could use limit breaks. Do a lot of damage. Now, Emerald Weapon has 1,000,000 hit points. 1,000,000. Which is obviously insane. But if you're actually doing damage, you can pump out 1,000,000 damage. It's just a matter of finding how to do it. How do you pump out 1,000,000 damage? Well, alright. That's, Ruby Weapon, on the other hand, has such insane defense. The only thing that works against it is Bahamut. And, Ding Dong, Knights of the Round. Well, I don't... Come on. I don't want to... I don't want to, it's just, I don't like this boss, is what it comes down to. I don't want to fight it that way, but that's it. That's all there is to it. That's the only way to do it. So how do you do 800,000 damage to a thing that doesn't take damage? How do you rectify those two things? Also, this dude can, He's got all kinds of crazy stuff that he can do. He can turn you into a frog. He can confuse you. He can shrink you. You know, so you have to account for all of that, as well as the fact that we just learned that this thing will straight up use its attack that we thought we were circumventing, where he just kicks one of your characters out of the game, out of the fight. Your character's just gone. You just can't, you know what I mean? Like, well, what do you do? After 25 turns, I think it was 25. After 25 turns, he's allowed to do that move again. So, not only do we have to pump out 800,000 damage, we have to pump out 800,000 damage in 24 turns. This is just absolute insanity. It has to be in between these, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, neither one of these guys is looking up. They're both looking directly at each other. I have searched this area 100 times, and I have found nothing. But it has to be right here, you know? I don't... Anyway, Bahamut, right? He takes damage from Bahamut. Well, if we had... This is mind-bogglingly frustrating. Let me show you something. If you have all of the master materia, you can go to Cosmo Canyon, where you store your master materia. It's large materia, huge materia even. And the huge materia gives you special stuff. And the special thing you get from the summon materia, the huge summon materia, the special thing you get is a Bahamut summon. If you have Bahamut 0 and... if you have Bahamut and Neo Bahamut, you should get Bahamut 0. Now, I have that, but for some reason the materia is not giving me what I deserve. So, I was told we could dig it up from Bone Town, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to show you guys, you know, what I'm talking about. And yeah, I'm open to suggestions here if there's something I'm doing wrong. But it doesn't make any sense to me because, like I said, I have Neo Bahamut as well as regular Bahamut. So I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm not sure why I'm not getting Bahamut 0. I thought it was just you needed those two things. Jones, big ass materia and barbecue. Good afternoon, Finny. Right. Now, the last time I did this, I had 4 huge materia. This time I've only got 3. Nothing happens, unfortunately. So I'm not sure. Maybe you have to have all 4. And they interact with each other or something. I don't know. Now, we did a side quest. We beat Emerald Weapon, and as a result of defeating Emerald Weapon, we got, all the Master Materia stuff anyway. So it's fine, we got it. But we are missing out on Bahamut, and that's the 0 Bahamut. So, Zero Bahamut would help us. Zero Bahamut would help us because, you know, it would actually do damage. So if we had Zero Bahamut and Quad Magic, we could cast it 4 times and then mimic that. And so that's 8 instances of damage, right? The problem is that Knights of the Round is, you know, 13,000 damage, right? On each summon, it's 13,000 damage. Or right at it, you know? Nothing competes with that. This might come down to just, you know, figuring out a way to cast that a million billion times. Not a million billion. What are we talking about here? We're talking about 800,000, and it's let's say it's 10,000. So casting that 8 times, figuring out a way to cast Knights of the Round 8 times. Again, we can paralyze this thing. And one thing we talked about, and I'm glad we're doing this. One thing we talked about doing was adding Hades, because Hades would allow us to stop weapon without throwing those what he calls them, you know, the things, the I keep wanting to say tracers, but I know that's not right. Whatever they're called. The Wrapped, hello, welcome. Did you... Finny, is there anything in Wutai I should go back and do? Fabulous, hello. Any Pos, hello. I'm glad you enjoyed the new video. Thank you. Dazers, thank you, Wonder Kindest. Dazers. And Eshiton, thank you. Glad you guys enjoyed the new YouTube video. A little different. Not something I typically do. MP Turbo and Ultima is useless. He doesn't take damage. He doesn't take damage, unfortunately. From, He doesn't take damage, unfortunately, from, what do you call it? Ultima. How is everyone back alive? How did everyone come back to life? How the hell did everybody come back to life? Makes no sense, right? Little fool, hello. You have not missed Ruby Weapon dying. We haven't even attacked yet. It's magic? But from what? I didn't do anything to resurrect them. Didn't use Phoenix Downs. Didn't cast Resurrect. Didn't rest. Oh. I guess it counts as a rest when you do the thing? In Bone Town, maybe? I noticed something that may not be helpful, but a couple of attacks in Tifa's Limit Break did some okay damage. I wonder what causes that. That okay damage. Huh. Man. All right. See what happens. Cloud is sleeping so that Ruby Weapon will dig its claws into the ground and not eat us. You can't come in if you come in and you have 3 party members. This big fella immediately, kills one of them. He doesn't even kill him, he just removes him from the battle. So that paralyzes Ruby, and then this is not going to do any damage at all. It's actually going to heal Ruby, but it's going to bring our party members back to life. Now, if we do Knights of the Round... and he's not paralyzed, he casts Ultima against us as like a punishment. So that's why we need him paralyzed. Cloud doesn't have very good magic. As a result, he's not doing a lot of damage with Knights of the Round. We're at 20, 25, 30. 35, 40. 45, 50, 55, 60. So about 65,000 damage. So about 65,000 damage. Times 2 is 130,000 damage, something like that. So that needs to happen 8 times. What just happened needs to happen again 8 times. That's what we need in order to beat that guy. So we're going to let his turn roll around. And you know what? Can we slow this dude? I kind of want to let him come out of his paralysis, just so he doesn't come out after Knights of the Round. Do I have a spider web? Spider web casts slow. I'm curious if I can't hit him with slow because he's stopped. Yeah. That would make some sense. But I don't think I have spider webs, which casts slow. Alright, let's just chill for a second. Alright, Ruby Flame isn't going to do any damage to anybody. So, you know, no one cares. Now, no one has gone, right? No one has done an action. So if Tifa mimes, she should mime Knights of the Round again. The problem is he'll cast Ultima. Right. Okay. So, that's obviously, we don't want that. It would be nice, because it would be free, no mana. It would just be a free cast. of Knights of the Round. But we can't do that because he'll countercast Ultima, and that's a problem. So what we need to do now is paralyze him. The question is, what do we want to do besides, because we get to throw 2 items. So the Dazers and what else? Nothing matters, honestly. Nothing does anything. I could throw 2 Dazers, but I don't see the point. I could paralyze one of his tentacles, but I just don't see a point. Alternatively, I could sort of get ahead of the game and ether Barret in a good way. This would give Barret more wiggle room later on when he's W summoning Knights of the Round. Let's do that. Alright, so again, we have a free Knights of the Round. We're gonna let Tifa mimic it. Yeah, he's immune to TS Bomb, unfortunately. We did the math. What's 13 times 5? What's 13 times 5? We did the math earlier. What was it, like 60 something? 65? Because 11 would be 55. 12 would be 60. Yeah, 65. Okay, so what's 65k times 3? Because that's how much damage we've done. 65k times 3. And now times 4. So about 260,000 damage. Which means... I'm terrible at math. That's what it means. It means I'm terrible at math. It means the numbers spell doom for Kurt Angle at Sacrifice. You see, Samoa Joe knows. Dagon Ball Zed, welcome back. 39 months. That's a lot of months. Very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. Weird, it stopped my auto-renew for your sub. Got it fixed, though. Glad I can help where I can. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Dagon Ball Zed. It is much appreciated. Thank you, homie. We're doing 5K. We're doing 5K each, Beavis. We're assuming it's 5K. Clouds is actually a little better, doing about 6K, but we're still counting it as 5, just to be on the safe side, you know? Alright. Now that Cloud has shot his load, pardon me for being, you know, a little gross there, but that's what's happened. We are going to use Cloud to throw Dazers as soon as Ruby wakes up. Oh, wait, I can't throw dazers. I can't be in my items because we're on wait. If I had the other enemy skill equipped, I could be using Big Guard, which would be huge. But I don't have it, so, you know, it is what it is. He gets a turn now. He's gonna get to do something as soon as I come out of this menu, but then afterwards he'll be paralyzed. Okay, he didn't get to do anything. That's like the best possible scenario. So we're gonna W summon Knights and Knights, and then Tifa's gonna mime it. $270, $280, $290, $300,000, $310, $320, $340, $350, $360, $370, $380, $39. I'm sorry, not 39. 390,000. Okay, so we are almost at the halfway point right here. We're almost at the halfway point. I'm rounding up to 10K per hit, just because of all of the little extra that we weren't counting that Cloud and Tifa were giving us. That was over 5. When Cloud and Tifa were running the party with Knights, we were calling it 5. Now that it's Barrett, I'm calling it straight 10, because, you know, he's doing 9,999. So all those little bits extra that Cloud and Tifa gave us, you know, should round out to about 10. So we're at 390,000 damage right here, which is, he's got 800,000. So we are almost to the halfway point. $390. So there's 400,000. 410, 420, 430, 440, 450, 460, 470, 480, 490, 500,000, 510, 520. Tifa's not gonna hurt nearly as much. $525, $530, $535, $540, $545, 550. 555. 560. 565. 570. 575. 580. 585. $590, $595, 600,000. We are 200,000 away. 6.5, 6.10, 6.15, 6.20, 6.25, 6.30, 6.35, 6.40, 6.45, 6.50. 650,000 damage. We are now 150,000 damage away. Let me write that down because I'll forget it. 150k. All right. So, how much damage did Barrett's W summon Knights of the Round, and can he even do that again? Can Barrett W summon Knights of the Round again? I don't think he can, because our Knights of the Round is only level 2. So he can only summon it once. He can only do it once. So now we need to go back to relying on Cloud, who has Master Summon. I don't think he has a limit. I think he can just cast forever if he wants. It just becomes a matter of making sure he has the mana, if I'm not mistaken. Are Ruby and Emerald cooler than Final Fantasy IX's super boss Ozma? I don't remember Ozma. I'll say I hate Ruby Weapon. I hate it. I don't understand. Like, this is... Like, Emerald Weapon is, you know, bad as hell, man. 1,000,000 hit points. 1,000,000 hit points. The thing is, though, that, like, you can hurt him. So, like, there's strategy, you know? You can enjoy that. You can enjoy that. There's no strategy here. I mean, there's one strategy here. There's one strategy. And none of them feel good. You know, like, it doesn't, like... It's just paralyze him, Knights of the Round, mimic. That's it. That's the whole, that's it. That's the gimmick. I'm not a fan. Like, I would almost guarantee if you get on YouTube and you look up how to beat Ruby Weapon, you're going to find people doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm sure there are people who are like, oh, just have all 7s. If you have 7,777 hit points, your character goes into a frenzy and will attack constantly. And every attack does 7,777 damage. everything they do does 7,777. So they go into a frenzy and they attack like 77 times, doing 7,777 damage. And then after the frenzy, you could, use like Omni Slash, and it would actually do damage. It would actually do 7,777 damage per hit. Or you could cast Comet, and each Comet would do 7,700. Everything you do does 7,700. So you could do that. And then alternatively, you could use Kate Sith's Limit Break and roll perfectly and kill this boss in one hit. But none of that is especially interesting to me. You know? Soda Roko, welcome back. Thank you so much for 24 months, 2 years. Thank you. I saw a strat that involved Phoenix, and it didn't require touching the controller. Oh, man. Right. So, no more Knights of the Round from our boy Barrett. Jesus Christ. 4,000 damage. That was garbage. Why is he casting it on the tentacles? Why is he casting it on the tentacles? Oh, Quadra Magic. I forgot about this. I forgot we had Quadra Magic. I forgot about that. $144K left. $141,000 left. $139,000 left. $136. $134. $132. No, there's no command. I'm just doing it so I remember Rat Queen. 130. $128. Ban streamer for spamming in chat. You guys just need to talk faster. Wait, why did that do 5,000? Why on earth did that do 5,000? That was insane. That was wild. All right, we're gonna paralyze him. And then we're gonna use a turbo ether on Claude. And now Cloud, old Claude, with Knights of the Round. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 55, 60, 65K. Terrible at math. So actually does this do it? Do we win? Do we win? Yeah, we win. GG easy. PvE skills. Hey, what's up, Nico? Turns out the secret was Knights of the Round spam, right? Emerald felt better? Yes. Yes. Undoubtedly. And do you know what we get? Do you know what our reward for doing this is, chat? Do you know what we get? We get a gold chocobo. But Saint, you already have a gold chocobo. Yep. Oh, well, I guess, Saint, the real thing you get is the satisfaction of doing it. Yep. You know, the real thing we get is the satisfaction of knowing that we helped this old man achieve his dream of traveling.
Oh, it's Desert Rose. Want to trade it for that chocobo over there? How about it? Okay, then it's a done deal. It's a chocobo. Take it, it's yours. I guess it's time to go on a journey for the souls of my departed friends.
Honestly, homie, if you want to just take the chocobo, I don't need it. Looks like my stable's full. I'll come back when I have room. Don't have enough room for a gold chocobo. Hey, I took an ether from you earlier. You can have a gold chocobo. How about that? Seems fair. Hey, what's up, Vado? And that chocobo is just going to live in that loft for the rest of time, pretty much. Pert much. What a journey it's been, friends. What a journey it's been. Final Fantasy VII is 25 years old. This year. It's older than some of you. Final Fantasy VII could rent a car. Let's finish her off. I did see that Bloodborne demake is out now. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Looks like we can only slide down. Now, if I'm not mistaken, once you drop down there, like, you're stuck. But people were saying that you could farm some of the enemies before you dropped down. So I was curious if you could have, like, random battles up here. But this doesn't look like... Well, I mean, there could be random battles here, I guess. But it feels like if there were random battles, we'd have gotten into one by now. Let's go. Received a save crystal. It's a make your own bonfire, chat. Oh, you can climb back up from here. Okay. And you can jump back up from here. So you could walk around a little bit, get some random battles going on. Gonna fight some gargoyles. What's up with the gargoyles? They don't take any damage. Gotta wait for them to de-stonify. Oh, he's casting level 4 death. Guess what? Nobody is, whatever, what do you call it? The thing? You can't divide any of our levels by 4. So we're fine. Alright. So let's start thinking about materia here. Now, Barrett is probably the closest to, like, where he needs to be. Yeah. Tifa, she's about where she needs to be. The only thing we really need to mess with is Cloud. Oh my lord, do I have 2 mimes now? Oh my lord. I'm not sure if that works or not. I thought it did, but maybe I'm wrong. Anxious Spriggan, welcome back. Thank you for 7 months. Much appreciate it. Thirsty, enjoy your run. There's a treasure chest. How do we get to it? Right here. Hey, look, it's a cool dragon. And he's dead. Worth quite a lot of experience, too. The game making sure you've got what it takes in the final dungeon. Also hooking us up with a guard source. Guard source is going to raise our vitality. And we need that, because Cloud has taken everybody's hits for them. So the more defense he has, the better we all are. Come on, wake up. I'm gonna steal from you. Oh, you got nothing to steal. What a loser. What a loser you are. Yeah, you can farm sources via the ability Morph. The ability Morph does a physical attack, but the strength of it is greatly reduced. Unless you're using a very specific weapon on a very specific character. If it kills the enemy, it turns them into an item. And in the case of certain enemies, it turns them into power sources, guard sources, magic sources. Oh, no. You know what? Tifa doesn't have her best possible weapon. Now that you mention it. That's a good point. I have the key to get it. But I don't have the actual weapon. Let's go grab that. Hey, that's a good call. Barret has his best weapon. Cloud has his best weapon. The problem with their best weapon is the materia that they put inside of their best weapon no longer grows. And obviously, that kind of sucks. So, like, none of Cloud's materia right now is growing. Fortunately, like, this, it doesn't matter. This is mastered, it doesn't matter. Mastered, it doesn't matter. What we should do is we should switch these out. By giving Cloud 2 counterattacks, he counterattacks twice. Double cut would be nice. Because I would really like that 4 times cut. I can't believe I didn't put that on for... I didn't think about that for Ruby weapon. The steel materia is fine. You know what? Double cut. And HP plus. And then right here we can put something that we don't care if it levels up or not. Master Summon would be fine. I wonder if that works. We're gonna find out. We'll take throw for just the buff and vitality it gives us. It's not much, but, you know, something. It does not work. We can give him long range, and now Cloud can hang out in the back row, take less damage, still block for people. Still block for people, take less damage, and still counterattack for full damage. That's pretty good. Hey, we forgot to get Tifa's glove. Can't forget Tifa's glove. Tifa's glove is in Wall Market. So, we need to go back to Midgar. How the hell do you get back to Midgar? Well, I mean, I know how to go to Midgar. The question becomes, what happens when you go to Midgar? Where do you go in at? If you try and come back at the end of the first segment, the game is like, oh bro, there's a big wall, you can't go there. So what happens at the second segment? What happens later on, at the end of the game? There are rows? Yeah. The back row takes less damage. Does less damage. Unless they've got weapons that, you know... That's funny. I dropped the key to this gate somewhere. Must have been on that excavation tour. Eris's church. Cloud freaking out, seeing Eris. Flower Lady's dead, kids. She's never coming home. The good news is, we're close to Wall Market. Thanks for the 48 experience. Very necessary, very needed. Use the materia that makes low-level enemy encounters go away? God, I wish. Alright, so Wall Market's right over here. Received Premium Heart. Oh, yeah. No materia growth, so let's make sure Mime, Luck Plus, HP Plus, W Item. Let's switch W Item and Master Command. Master Command can't level up. W Item can. Easy call. Tifa's ultimate weapon scales with how full her limit gauge is. I didn't know that. Cloud's scales with how much health he has, right? Red 13's scales with how much magic he has? Tell me more. I know there's more. Tell me more. Hell ha! Did you see what happened just there, by the way? Did you see what happened? Cloud got hit once, counterattacked twice. Well, his first counterattack killed the enemy that hit him. But he's not going to be stopped. That's not going to stop him. So he just swings on the other guy, too. That's the power of 2 counter materias. Hell, get yourself 4 counter materias. Just beat the hell out of anything that even looks at you wrong. Barrett's ultimate weapon scales with how much materia AP is on his weapon. Boy howdy. Boy howdy, hang on. Let's check that formula out. So, let's take off this. This thing's got 47,000 AP. Let's replace it with something that's mastered. Knights of the Round MP Turbo. Knights of the Round has just insane AP. MP Turbo, also pretty good. The only problem here is that Knights of the Round won't level up, but kind of don't care at this point. Let's see. 91 and 63 is... Man, I'm terrible at math. 154? This is almost 200, so that's better. It honestly makes no sense to put any magic on him. A maxed out sense has 32,000. Underwater Hilarious has 153,000. It's essentially useless, but like, who cares? Right? I did not on Lave, not yet. But I have not forgot about it, I promise. Kate Sith's ultimate weapon scales with how much people hate him. That's why he's OP. Yuffie's scales with enemy level. That's interesting. Aerith's scales with how many party members are dead. Oh man. Could you imagine? Man, they really, like, damn near made, they really damn near made Aerith, like, the most OP party member, and then they take her from you. That's hilarious. Imagine Aerith's solo ruby weapon with 2 dead party members. She'd absolutely obliterate them. High magic stat. 2 dead party members. What are you doing, Cloud? White Arabian, haven't watched it. At this point, it's like I just don't care anymore. Just, I'm ready. Give it to me. It's fine. You know what I mean? Don't need to see anything else. I know a lot of people are still really excited. You know, I mean, everybody's, well, not everybody, but, you know, us FromSoft people, we're all very excited for Elden Ring. And as it gets closer, you know, people are enjoying seeing more from, you know, they're showing us a little bit more every week. People are excited about it, and that's awesome, you know. I'm glad people are digging it. But I'm done. I'm finished. Just ready for the game. Remember when all we had was a trailer for 3 years? I remember when all we had was an interview with Miyazaki where he said they were working on a game that would meet Souls fans' expectations. I remember when that's all I had. At this point, you know, I'm overflowing, baby. HP absorb materia. Oh Lord. What's it trying to tell me here? Climb up. Oh! He only counters once now, and it doesn't absorb HP. Weird. I guess that was too good to be true. Are you over leveled at level 70? No. We've done a pretty honest job here of, we've done a pretty honest job of, like, not grinding or anything. But what really can make you OP in this game is, materia setups. And we just, you know, have some dope-ass materia setups. Cloud's still not HP absorbing on his mug attempt. Or I'm sorry, on his double cut. We'll find the answer to this. By God. All right. Keep forgetting I get sources. Who was harder, Emerald or Ruby? I mean, the more difficult one is Emerald, but like Ruby is more like, I don't know, heartbreaking. Because you just end up having to do Knights of the Round Mimic, you know? Like, there's nothing to it. Emerald, I actually got to, like, engage with that enemy. And try and, like, work out my own strategy, you know? Stuff like that. Unfortunately, not the case with Ruby. Ruby, you just, you know... Oh, I'm gonna do the thing. Here I go. Can I not climb up? How do I get up there? How do I get up there? I mean, it looks like you would get up right there, right? Apparently not. Dracolich. Zombie dragon is an enemy they love to use in the final dungeons in the older Final Fantasy games. Dracolich. It's cool. No Dracolich here. Instead, we're encountering this like dark dragon. Oh, he's dark. And he's got dark death breath or whatever. Death breath is what my cat has. Yeah, Sophie, for some reason. She can definitely have the death breath. How do I get up there, chat? Eternal, hello? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that the HP absorb doesn't work on steel, but you say it'll work on master command. It's bizarre. Does master command have mug, or does it only have steel? How do we get over there? I guess we need to go down from the other direction. Yeah, Cloud's dead. I'm not even going to bother resurrecting him. Because we're just going to keep fighting these nerds. And they're just going to keep killing him. If we fight a dragon, I'll resurrect him. There we go. Found our way down. Okay, now wait, do I have to resurrect you? I don't. Just stuff in his mouth while he's laying there bleeding out. Yep. It's exactly what he gets. They should have let that work. All right, let's go. Look at all this treasure. It's everywhere, chat. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe soft insta-kill would... Wake up, Cloud! Need your help. Dragon armlet. Useless treasure. But it's not. It's good treasure. And you know what I'm learning here is... Would you... There we go. What I'm learning here is it's possible to come here and like jump your way out, which I was concerned about. But like you could come here early on and just grab this stuff and then just head back up top and make yourself like really, really strong before... You know, like they give you this stuff like, oh, look at all the stuff you're getting for the final, for the final boss. But like you could just leave. You could just get all the stuff for the final boss and then like, go do some side quests. And be like turbo strong. Hey, what's up, Doc Strange? Ooh, looky this guy. We got a new guy. What's up with this guy? He's a claw guy. He's got ether. And he has no hit points. We did kill Rudy Weapon. Rudy Weapon is no more. You know, one of the first jobs I had was the NASCAR job. If you've ever heard me talk about the NASCAR job. I worked for my drummer's dad. And my drummer's dad had like a collectibles, a sports collectibles store. And he would go to NASCAR races, and he would set up a big tent, and he would sell NASCAR merchandise there. And, the name of the store was Rudy's. Because that was his father's name. And Rudy would go on, he would go to some of the races with us. And, I remember, like, driving from, you know, one end of the country to the other. And, you know, when you're driving from one end of the country to another, you end up singing little stupid songs to yourself. And I sang a song to myself called Rudy. And it went a little something like this, chat. Rudy, 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 Rudy. Rudy, 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 Rudy. But there needed to be another voice. There needed to be another voice in the song that was going. So you'd be like, Rudy, 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 Rudy. And then another voice going, Rudy, 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 Rudy. Just 36 hours in a van, you know? Hey, how'd you guys get down here so quick? You really missed your true calling of songwriting. I mean, not really. I've done some songwriting, recorded some songs that I've written, you know? None of them are as good as Rudy. Rudy, 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 Rudy. The road splits into two groups. We'll split into two groups. Which you gonna choose, Cloud? Left or right? That's a good question, Sid. I'm gonna let chat vote. I'm gonna let chat vote on if we go left or right. And you're like, Saint, that seems like a silly thing to let chat vote about. And yeah, maybe it's a little silly. Maybe. But it serves two purposes, because I also have to pee really bad. So, I'm gonna pee while you guys vote. Thanks for hanging out, chat. Vote! Let me know which way we're going. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. And I'll see you guys in I'll see you guys in just a minute.